Welcome back, guys. Episode 3 here. We're going to pick right back up with day 5. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope that the length for the previous video was good for you. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It really helps me grow my channel. Let's get into it, dude. So there are ways that we can employ those beavers. We are going to need coal. Wood burner employs 1. We are going to have to think about power in the near future. But we're also at the same time going to have to make our way across. And here's probably my biggest hang up. Do I finish this across? No, because I want to be able to stick several of these guys right here. We need to see the water flow though, because we don't want to put a wheel somewhere where the water is going to be super slow. Probably just need to do a two by two and stack in here as many as we can. And I think what we do is we build across this way. So let's build, oh, not that many. Let's do that. We'll extend this here and across. And then we can start setting up stuff to be powered and built over in this direction. Okay. How are we doing on food and water currently? 144, cabbage 75, berries, and 300. Okay. And then when we build the cooking tent, I think this employs 1, but we don't have a small cauldron. Or, not a small cauldron, clay pot. So we're going to have to build the clay pit. And then we're going to have to think about storage too. E. I did not think this through too well. Plan for the future. Let's rotate that. I can put 1 there and 1 there. Okay. So we could put two in there so that we could add the additional bonus. So do we make it a headache and make them go through the water and around, or do we lose a row of cabbage and build across? Reason why I'm contemplating this is because whenever the beavers are in the water, they move slow. Oh, I'm probably going to regret this in the future, because typically you don't want to lose those, but it is what it is at this point in time. Let's just do it. We'll figure out a spot to add in more cabbage. I mean, we can put cabbage up here and plant it, but I think if anything, let's see, what did we lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many can we plant down here? 2, 4, 6. We can make that up. We'll just throw in a couple extra and utilize that, because I'm going to be that jerk that's going to demolish their crops. And some of you may ask, hey, why don't you just remove that? Because at some point we may use this as another crossing once we get to some better wheels and we get to some engines. We're a long ways away from engines. Solar panels would be great. 400 horsepower from one solar array. You could definitely stack those up. And I do believe that we have the other mods in here for flywheels, which allow us to retain battery life or electricity, whatever, however you want to look at it. And it does, it's a pretty significant once you get to the large ones. How big are those? Whoa, those are huge. Okay, we'll think about that later, but we do have options. We have the light gravity batteries and the gravity battery, and the heavy one, which requires, is that nuclear fuel. Okay. And what you're supposed to do with those is build real high. That way they store a lot of the power that's generated, and then over time they'll drop as they distribute power. All right, how we doing, guys? How are we doing? Okay, got the first 2 platforms built, the first set of stairs. We're currently working on our next set, I believe. Yep, pathing's good. Okay. Let's go ahead and high prioritize this. And this, so we can get our clay pit set up. And I don't believe this will affect the water. It shouldn't, as it rounds the corner. Well, and then we need to think about storage. Is it the crappy warehouses that store clay? It is. Okay. So let's build... Oh, let's build 2 of these here. That'll give us a spot. We'll have 288 clay. Are we down workers? We have 2. Yeah, we're definitely down workers. So I think we're gonna have to. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. I don't think we have much of a choice. We need to add in the pit and ladder lodges. That's 6, and it does 2. There's 2 haulers. Yep, we're gonna have to do. I think if we do this, we need to do 1. Where is your entrance? There you are. We'll do 1 there. Oh, I'm probably gonna kick myself for this later. Okay, so that's haulers, right? Employs 2 haulers. I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing here, because I don't want to mess this up and then regret not paying attention. Okay. All right, so we're going to take on 12 beavers, but this will help us, I think, keep up with the dying of old age and children being children for so long. So, okay, we're going into day 6, and we're making some progress. And after after careful consideration right now, looking at time, I think we might be able to split this in half. We'll do 2 episodes for each cycle. We're at about roughly about 50 minutes currently, and we're heading into day 7. So once day 7 completes, obviously once the edits are done, I should be able to pull this down to a 35-minute video, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, I feel ashamed that I'm even removing those. It's okay though. We get a lot better access to this side of this area, and it'll be the same here. versus continuing to go back and forth through the water, and it'll be straight land back and back. So that being said, I didn't think about this, but we need to set up the wood burner in order to do the clay pots, but that's going to require clay to be produced. So let's high prioritize these. Let's get the beavers here. Let's get them grown up, and we need additional beavers. Okay, let's speed this up. Get through the night. Oh, day here, and they're moving. All right. Day 7 of cycle 2, and we're making some fairly good progress. At least in my opinion, I feel good about it. 278 water, 253 food in total. Sawdust. We may have to consider another pile. Well, here's what we do. Before we get too much further forward, I may have to consider give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. And continuing on. If you guys would come clear this. Oh, I bet I prioritize these first. Let's bonehead move on my part. These are supposed to, I prioritize those first. We need to get these done along with those 2 houses. That way we can path it and they can quit going in the water. Please stop going in the water. Can you come remove these, please? Guys, hey. While I appreciate y'all doing this. Okay. So we just have beavers that they're not gonna listen. So we'll just leave it at that. So that means that the progress over here has halted, which is fine. Got 4 of 20. We just need the haulers and the builders. That's what it boils down to. We need the extra guys moving stuff and building. have the pine resin up there already on the lower half, which is great. Sorry guys, I went in a deep thought process there, and it's probably not something you want to do while you're recording, is taper off into la la land about what you're trying to do. I think we're in the right direction right now. Got rice fixing to come up. We have plenty of cabbages. Okay, so we're content on food and water for right now. Let's just get a few of these things built. We'll have some spots for some more workers. We'll be able to fill this completely in the workplace. Same thing with the mine. We'll be able to go ahead and max those out. The clay pit as well. The wood burner we'll add, and then we'll have the primitive tent. And I think we'll be, I say primitive tent, the cooking tent. Sorry, I tend to mix those up because these are primitive paper mill. I understand it says log gnawing station, and cooking tent, but there was a couple other that were like primitive mushroom grower. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just a moron. And it's only the primitive paper mill because you have a powered paper mill. That's got to be what it is. I'm associating the two, and I shouldn't be. Are you better yet? Can you get better? Oh, mild disease. Friend, you need to rest. Okay, now that that bridge is done, can we get to removal of the cabbages? Or do we move on to a different project? They're moving on to a different project. Why are we not removing these? They're high priority. Surely it's not haulers that have to do that. It's got to be the builders or the workers. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Nonetheless, those guys are knocking that one out. Okay, let's speed it up. We're at night. We're sleeping. Fixing to. Everybody go night-night. Get your 5 hours of sleep. And let's go. Okay. And if I'm being real honest, let's just do a 2x speed. Let's speed this up a little bit. We're still not quite full there, which is okay. I think we're going to go ahead and empty this, and we're going to move this to these buildings, or these storages over here. At least to try to get us through some of this slow, monotonous stuff at the beginning. Okay, so both pit and ladder lodges are done. They're behind the district center. We have a few people living there. We have 2 workers there now. Sweet. No one is living in the builder's lodge, which is fine. We are slowly moving out. And I think we're going to turn this one into sawdust storage. I think that'll help us in the future. We're looking good on cabbages. How are we doing? No goods stocked. Okay, so we still have quite a bit of room for storage on cabbages. Rice is looking good. They're pulling some of it, so we're getting a good supply of rice. Mountain salt is slow. 5 hours per one. Yee. Yeah, I think it was a good idea at this point to start. What did we say we were going to put this as? Sawdust, right? Yes. Sawdust. That's mountain salt. Sawdust. Here we go. Okay. Oh, they finished it. They cleared them. Okay, let's get a path. There we go. Hopefully that'll reduce time down here to get these going. Okay, we have 1 beaver that's not working right now. Let's get him. Let's go ahead and open these up all the way. It's going to show some job vacancies, which is fine. Okay with that. Because hopefully in due time we'll be able to fill those. I'm a little concerned with water storage now since we're adding. Maybe I'm wrong. We only added 6 beds. Well, 12 beds total. Puts us at a capacity of 39. I believe there is a billboard that will explain to us what the water to beaver ratio is. I'm not going to look at it right away or right now, but let's cut that tree down, get it out of the way. All right, sawdust is full. What are we focusing on right now? Looks okay, so we're building the clay pit. Let's slow this down for just a second. And oh, it's because we're done up here. That's why. Okay. So this still needs to be demolished. Let's high prioritize that. And then this way we can figure out what we're going to do in this situation. So let's speed this back up because it's almost nighttime. So this dropped to 1.7 hours with open workplaces. I still think that's a 5-hour window, though, whenever there's only 2 actual workers there. Okay, so I'm starting to panic about water for just a slight minute or two. Excuse my dog for barking. I think, nope, because if I build that there, I won't be able to add the second water pump in. We need to think about more water storage. Because I know that's going to end up being my biggest downfall is water. Hold on. Pine resin and planks. How many planks do we have? 30. So we could technically build 3 of these. Okay, let's slow down and think here for just a second. We could build 3 of these but it would only additionally add 15 and 30. I don't think it's worth deconstructing these two to exchange those for this one. So, okay. All right, you guys keep doing what you're doing. We're going to go take a look up here. That is demolished. So now we want to put a platform right there. And then we're going to build a staircase here. And maybe, just maybe, they can reach right there. Because if they can reach right there, there's a chance that we can get a piece of dynamite up there and blow that up. And that we can add a second staircase, and then we can make our way downtown. So we are 4 days out from the end of cycle 2. I'm really concerned that we're going to have a bad tide. And I really, really don't want a bad tide. Not right now. That is not the way I want to do this. So, and I think I'm going to disregard what I said in the middle of this video, or just about 10 minutes ago and at the very beginning of it, with us not doing a full cycle. I think I'm going to continue to do a full cycle per episode. We're just going to do a speed up on the nighttime hours. And in some of the early building stages of this, we'll just do a 2 times or a 3 times speed, and we will just keep the videos. Yes, they're going to be a little bit longer, but I think all in all, it'll be all right. 'Cause me trying to stop and break this up is going to be an absolute nightmare. 'Cause I'm an idiot. Okay. Looks like we're hauling logs up to the staircase and to the platform. These guys are still cutting this wood over here. I really need to move these planks to add in more water storage, but I also don't want to use the planks yet either. I think we're okay with what we've got. I actually found a great spot in this video. I got another phone call while I was doing a 2-hour recording session. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out and watching episode 3. If you will, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Thank you for hanging out and watching the Timberborn series with me. Guys, I appreciate you, and I will catch you in the next one. Y'all be good.